Hi Holistretch fam, welcome to this video. My name is Frances Eve. In this video, you will learn how to create flow in your bodywork practice. We will be focusing on assisted resistance stretching, and today we'll really be focusing on how you introduce a new client to your feel, to your flow, and allowing them to truly surrender with their breath and just have them totally relax. This will be helpful in any bodywork routine as you will get to really feel that natural flow in your own body. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet done so, and let's dive right in. Alright, so first things first, as you're working on your client, you want to make sure that you have a nice bounce to your knees. When we have a straight knee, we can create back tension and back pain. So always bending slightly at the knees and softening the belly so that you can breathe while you're working with your client. We're going to open up our client's hip and then also the shoulder area. So I'll show you a little bit with the lower body and a little bit with the upper body. We're going to go ahead and start with the knees to chest, rotating to open up the hip. And notice that as I'm moving my whole body. We want to remember not to muscle through anything. We could cause tears in our muscles and our biceps and our shoulders. So always being sure to move with the whole body. So let's go ahead and start with the leg. And we're just going to create a flow and a movement. So as I'm moving, I'm coming forward and coming back, using my knees to ground and to anchor the stretch in. Remembering the breath, inhaling up and exhaling down. Now I'll show you a couple of basic stretches and how to move out of them naturally. So say we want to open up the inner thighs and the adductors. We'll go ahead and bring the foot to our hip and continuing with that flowy movement, bending the body weight forward. Good, till you feel the resistance. As I'm doing this, my spine is straight, my shoulders back. We'll move into a hamstring stretch. We'll take the knee and the foot, gently bring them back, coming back to those circles. So creating a circular movement and a circular flow will just keep everything moving naturally. And opening the leg up this time. And bringing my body weight forward to stretch the hamstring. Great. From here, moving into a hip stretch. Just imagine that we would practice resistance stretch in here before moving forward. Let's go ahead and bend the knee again, coming into the rounded movement. And getting onto the table to use our full body weight, bringing them into a figure four, inhaling and then exhaling, bringing the body weight forward. And even in here, you can find that flow if you imagine the consistency of water, like an ocean or a river. Just kind of coming in and out, moving their body around, feeling for resistance. Coming back down, always supporting the knee, cradling the knee as we come down. We'll come to a psoas opener, so we're going to go ahead and lift up the opposite leg. Notice how I'm still in flow, I'm still rocking, still moving, still creating that circular movement, sliding that leg underneath, working my way to the other side, and leaning back. Bent knees here. Does that feel? Coming back to work on the other leg. Bringing that flow into the water-like movement, using the full body weight. Bending at the knee, and we'll start to open up the hip joint with those circles. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Nice. When you go slow and repetitively, you will notice patterns start to open up in the client's fascia and little areas of opening. Resistance that was once there in the first couple cycles may disappear. Sliding the foot to the hip, opening up adductors. Again, using my body weight to gently push forward. Coming to that hamstring opener, cradling the knee, and coming back to those circles, creating nice, loose, fluid movement. Lifting up. Even in here, we can create little circular movements, including our breath, always focusing on relaxing our belly. Listening with our whole body. And moving into the figure 4 hip opener. Bending here. Nice. As you continue the flow, you'll notice that the fascia of your client will start to soften and relax. Nice breath. Inhale and stretch them. Exhale as we come out. And coming into the psoas opener, gently bringing that knee back down. Into the circular movement, full body flow. Grabbing opposite leg. Sliding the leg under and pulling back. Coming back, supporting the legs and dropping them down. Good. When we come to the arms, to start to open up the shoulders, we'll go ahead and take the wrist in the outside hand, the elbow in the opposite hand, and encourage your client to relax by focusing on their breath. And we're going to gently move the arm, leading with the wrist, up towards the head, letting that wrist relax, and taking their full weight into your hands. This will help to break down any tight fascia that's preventing their range of movement. And you'll notice after you go a few times, bringing your body with you. Nice breath. Good. Even when the client is light and you can do it with one hand, don't do it with one hand. Always use your body weight, as they will feel the difference in your energy. Oh, nice little crack there. And as we slowly open up the fascia, you'll notice the range of movement improves. Really nice. Let's go ahead and open up the lat. So we'll take the wrist and the other hand, bring the outside hand to the lat, and gently press into the lat as the arm stretches over the top of the head on the exhale. Go ahead and do a little decompression, grasping onto the wrist and leaning the body weight back. Nice. We can take the wrist and gently open it up, shaking it up. So work our way to the other arm, taking the wrist in the hand, other hand on the elbow, letting them bend and relax at the wrist. Good. Oftentimes your client will be holding on, and so encouraging them to relax the wrist by just bringing the thumb and middle finger to the wrist joint. Using your body, bending forward, exhaling out, inhaling up, exhale out. Nice. To stretch the lat, taking the wrist in the hand, bringing that hand to the lat, gently pressing against it, leaning your body weight forward. And back, full body weight back. And shoulder decompression, grasping onto the wrist with two hands, leaning the body weight back. To complete, we'll come to the shoulders and give a little palpation on the chest and tops of the shoulders. As we work, we're moving our hips to affect our shoulders and arms. So instead of going like this, where you might get tense in the lats, we're using our hips to move our shoulders. All right, go ahead and grab onto my wrists. And we'll release them. Inhale and exhale. Shaking it off. Thank you very much. All right, we've completed our little flow practice using the full energy of the body weight and the breath and allowing our client's body to relax. How did that feel for you?
It felt so wonderful and so relaxing, especially the part at the end. I love that, the palpitation right here, like a kitty cat was right on your chest, and it felt really wonderful.
Amazing. Thank you so much for being my model.
My pleasure.
All right, feel free.